What's up, y'all? I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the We Want More podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Moore.
Just hilarious. Welcome to the Breakfast Club.
Oh shit, we on
Welcome to the Breakfast Club.
what we on? We on episode 71?
Yeah.
Yeah, we on episode 71. Pepsi, he in the bedroom right now, chewing on his bone, so I'm sure he'll join us in a few. Please be sure to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to this on, whether that be on Apple or Spotify. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to that. And if you got some words for us, leave a review. Give us 5 stars on whatever platform you on. All that good stuff. If you got any community events, please share those with us. I got a show, just a quick show announcement. I'll be in Baltimore on March 22nd. The info will be on the description of this episode and in my bio on Instagram. But but other than that, how you been?
I'm good. Very uneventful week for me, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Events are not good all the time.
Yeah, sometimes.
Most of the time.
Sometimes you need to just chill. Sometimes you need to just chill, just relax.
You.
Same, just running around shows, some auditions here and there. But other than that, just relaxing. Went to a housewarming last night. One of my friends from college, he had a housewarming. It was like our first time, all of us linking up together since might have been about 6-7 years that I seen all of us in one setting. So that was nice. Everybody, it's crazy that we the new adults now. We the new adults, because I
think we're doing a good job too.
I mean, I'm doing comedy, so I'm still basically the kid of the group, but one of my friends is in real estate. I got a friend that's a photographer, one that's a life coach, one that's a state trooper.
We're past friends age.
Huh?
We're like past friends age.
Like the TV show
Yeah.
Friends? Oh.
Weren't they like 20?
Yeah, I think so.
Like 24 and shit. We passed that.
Yeah.
We could still be living single though, I think.
Yeah. But it's like just like
Overton.
But it's just like, somebody that might have sent you like a disgusting meme, or like, your homie that used to send you Tiana Trump videos is like, this nigga might be like a lead exec in the marketing department.
Yeah, dude. Remember everybody had this was like when Instagram first kind of became a thing. Mm-hmm. Everybody's iPhone 4 background was like a slutty Instagram model.
Mm-hmm.
That was some weird shit that y'all did, and I'm not gonna let y'all forget about it.
Yeah.
Knowing y'all niggas got whole grandmas and nieces and nephews, and you want a picture of filtered bathing suit model.
No, but yeah, that's true, because it's like some titties that you might have saw on Tumblr, she might be an assistant principal now.
Yeah, she is not the same person anymore. All that whole shit. It's like drug dealing. Like when you find a way out, get out. Stripping, OnlyFans, porn, just being an IG model with bookings and / inquiries in your bio. Like if you get a way out of that shit, well, first of all, the first way out is to get pregnant by somebody rich. So that's, go for that if you can. But if you can't, take another way. Same with drug dealing. Take your out if you get it.
What is it? It's March,
Happy Women's Month is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, it's Women's History Month. The start of Ramadan. So everybody out there, practicing that. I hope y'all have, just get through a good time of fasting. Hope everything gets recentered. You find a way closer to God throughout this time, and I hope that's successful for y'all. I know we was talking about with Ramadan. I know we was talking about Ramadan because we were just in here watching the Marvin Sapp Tiny Desk for a second, and we was talking about what do Muslims listen to?
Yeah, that's because I grew up like Marvin Sapp and all that shit was like me, growing up. That was music I would be listening to secondhand. Yeah. But there's not really, is there a genre or like a style of music that Muslim kids are forced to listen to?
The Truth album.
Beanie Siegel?
Yeah.
Because Philly Muslim is it really is a whole different brand.
Yeah, it's just The Truth, Philadelphia Freeway. I don't know. I wonder what do Muslims listen to. I think because everybody that you know from the church has like these songs that you know would bring everybody together. Like no matter
What we do brings everybody together.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like even if you in the church for a little bit, like from the devout people to the people that just might visit every once in a while, go to Easter once a year, everybody knows melodies from heaven or what's the stomp.
That's the song that I was thinking of this whole time. I was like, how do I work stomp into this conversation?
Yeah, stomp. That's like shit. That would be like that's like gospel not like us. Like like that shit. Yeah, that shit took over that year it came out. What's some other shit? Damn, what is some other shit that Muslims listen to? I don't know.
Fucking
I guess
on and on. But there should be some like Islamic rap that because like the Muslim niggas that rap, it seemed like fake.
What?
Because it seems like they fucking I mean like murderers in prison, but like you praying all the time. I don't get it. But there needs to be like a devout Muslim rapper. There probably is one that's just like Mos Def. There you go.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. That's just like positivity, Allah over beats. If you know of any good ones that I haven't thought about, let us know. Cause
yeah, definitely.
This somebody out there could be thinking about, damn, I want to fucking listen to music and be devout and shit.
You know what I was thinking about since we talking about like religious stuff? So I went to Chick-fil-A the other day, and Chick-fil-A employees really don't get the appreciation they deserve. Like we understand like the niceness just throughout the whole like my pleasure thing, but Chick-fil-A workers, they the only ones that still like carry business as if they don't have technology. Like, have you been to a Chick-fil-A lately?
I haven't been to Chick-fil-A in a long time.
All right, so like Chick-fil-A, you pull up to the drive-thru and they got the speakers and the screens out there, but it's like for nothing because the nigga will just walk up to your window. So you got that, and I mean they are using technology in the sense of they do have iPads with them and they scan and everything, but it's like they walking up to you. Even like how the whole drive-through system is, other people have that like the drive-through where it's like just regular. You just drive up to the window, you hand them your card or your payment, they give you the food through the window and keep it moving. These niggas walk out of the restaurant. They drive through is sliding doors.
I mean, what you want them to be on roller skates? Like,
no, but
I feel like that's a good system.
No, it's an amazing system, but it's just like they out here risking themselves. Somebody could just fuck up a Chick-fil-A worker. Like that would never work at McDonald's. If you could just get out your car and just walk into a McDonald's. Like, yo, why you give me these cold ass fries?
Yeah, McDonald's. There's gonna be a lot of violence, but a Chick-fil-A uniform is kind of like a journalist vest in the Middle East. Like nobody's gonna fuck with you. They're like, all right, you just want to take your orders. I'm not gonna fuck with you. There's not really fights at Chick-fil-A, so I don't think that would be a problem.
That shit is crazy though. That I didn't even think about it that way. This nigga is around drone strikes with press credits.
Yeah. Like you got a sniper is like looking at you through a scope and then he's like, all right, not that one.
I wish this nigga if he didn't have MSNBC credentials. And
that's why I feel like that whole, how we like the terrorists and like, all them people over there are evil and they trying to, but it's like, how the fuck are these demons and they respect the vest with blue, like the color blue or whatever the fuck on it. I'm not saying that I agree with terrorists. I'm just saying, I'm saying something.
Now, sports, Anthony Edwards, he's facing criticism because he said he doesn't want to be the face of the NBA. Because, like, he is one of the, rising stars in the game. He's very young. I think he might be only, like, 24. I'm sure he's under, like, matter of fact.
Why would you want to be who's the current face of the NBA?
I guess it would still be the current face of the NBA. It still would be like LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and
do you want any of the scrutiny that Steph Curry's relationship has not been sacred since it was public.
Right.
Him and his wife has been subject of countless news stories and jokes and all that shit.
Jokes.
Kevin Durant hairline fucked up.
And jokes.
Lil B made a song about Kevin Durant and shit.
But with jokes about their relationship, and not even about them like stepping out or anything.
Yeah.
Just jokes about like how she might want to be seen in a certain light. And same thing with like LeBron. He's received scrutiny throughout his, of course, just people picking apart his game, comparing him to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant all this time. Which, like, once Kobe passed, that should kind of be the end of that conversation. It should have been something to say, like, we need to just start appreciating people in their own right. Yeah.
But yeah, why would you want to be the face of the fucking NBA? Knowing everything LeBron's going through, that's why I asked. LeBron is face of the NBA. Knowing everything that he has to put up with, why would you want that spot next? The internet only gets meaner every year.
Yeah.
So when LeBron started, there wasn't none of this shit. So he had scrutiny just on like television and newspapers.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now the entire world is gonna be on this man's neck just for anything he does. So I wouldn't want that shit either. I would just want to play the game and then retire with some money.
Right. And he's only I looked it up, he's only 23. So he's 23, just had a child. I think he has like maybe a potential 1 or 2 more children. But but the internet becoming a face of that, people will dig into every little thing you do. That's why with social media, right, people always talk about if social media was around, how much bigger the athletes that we grew up on would have been. Like, people always say, like, could you imagine the stardom that Allen Iverson would have received? But I could only imagine the more criticism. We only heard about the stories of AI being at Fridays or being at the club all the time, or going to the club nights before games. But imagine if we would have actually saw that on social media and then tag that along with him not winning, him not bringing us a championship.
Yeah.
The way that the press would have, crucified him even more of like, well, you partying, but you can't get the job done on your team. So, yeah, I could see why somebody wouldn't want to be the face of it.
Yeah, they thought he was cocky before Drink Champs. Like, imagine that nigga on there drinking with fucking Nori. Talking his shit. He wouldn't have been able to fucking step outside without somebody saying some shit. So, yeah. And, again, aside from scrutiny, the NBA is an organization that's larger than anybody really understands. I wouldn't want to be the face of some shit like that fucking, some shit that's been compared to goddamn slave auction and shit. Like,
so even like, with like LeBron, he's essentially been watched since he was 16. That's a stressful way to live.
Yeah, and imagine masturbating at 16, but just, you already feel like, yo, God's watching me right now.
God's watching me. Family that passed.
The scouts are watching me masturbate too. That's a lot of like how do you turn off the idea that everybody is watching what I do? Mm. I mean, that's a very crude way of me getting to that point, but it's like, you don't just, now I'm in my room, nobody can see me. Like, you still got that fucking anxiety level with you, and that nigga lived up. He surpassed everything that he was supposed to do. So, I mean, whether or not you think he's a bitch, blah 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 blah, all that other shit, he not as good as Jordan. Get a nigga some credit.
But one thing I will say though that we do got to stop doing is, you ever see these pictures where people post LeBron and his like wife and kids, and like I saw somebody post like, LeBron is so lucky, and it's like, nigga, this is just a man that didn't leave his family.
Oh, what, saying like he's lucky, like because his wife is hot or something?
No, just because he's married and like just having a good family. We're crediting him for having like, a good family structure, when it's like, that should be what we all strive to do. Outside of like, the basketball thing, that's one thing. We can't control that. We all can't be superstar athletes, but we all can be good caretakers and make sure that our home is straight.
Yeah, he's not lucky. He's you know, probably very intentional with what he did. So, hats off to that shit.
Wow.
So, as we all know at this point, New York Mayor Eric Bartholomew Adams was he wasn't acquitted, but there was a case against him, and the Department of Justice ordered, I believe it was the state of New York or the federal government. I don't know who the case stemmed from, but they ordered that case against him be dropped, and he's just been talking cash shit since then.
Yeah.
So this is a biblical moment. When Jesus was on the cross, he said, God, forgive them, for they know not what they do. All these Negroes who are asking me to step down, God, forgive them.
My favorite part of that is the lady in the background yelling, "You better tell somebody."
Yeah, that is he's like a wrestler. He like Teddy Long from SmackDown. That's wild as shit to be the mayor with a fucking pierced ear calling people Negroes.
You went to a hookah spot after this, right?
Yeah, he had some fucking Cartier glasses at the hookah lounge. That is wild as fuck. First of all, that's so wild that niggas ain't even really catch the fact that he compared himself to Jesus Christ.
Right. And that's one thing we gotta stop doing, man. Niggas will hide some dirt behind religion.
Yeah, and it's like the whole point of the Jesus story is to be like that man and follow his example for the things that he did, but not invoke his name every time somebody, quote unquote, is crucifying you. You know what I mean? It's like You're supposed to be like Jesus. You're not supposed to try to be Jesus or be the next Jesus. That's sacrilege, you fucking bald-headed testicle looking nigga.
Eric Adams look like he ain't dropped yet.
Yeah, it's cold outside. He look my balls in a cold shower.
Man. Yeah, Eric Adams is wild.
Yeah, like somebody washed the salt off a peanut. These peanuts too salty. Run them on some water. Hate that nigga, man.
Yeah. No, I kind of wanted to talk about this, and since we in politics, did you see, because this is kind of like the effect of RFK, like people listen to like RFK and like, going to the more anti-vax stance. It's a measles outbreak right now in Texas.
Yeah, it's like actually concerning.
Yeah, where I think we have the first death of a child in over 10 years from measles. It's something like that, where it was a case of, I think it might have been a school or like some community where it was an outbreak of over 140 cases.
Wow, I didn't know the number was, I thought it was like 60.
Yeah, it's over 140 cases of the measles, and a unvaccinated child actually passed from that.
Yeah, that's fucking
a
preventable disease, like
preventable. And it made me think, just because, especially now, I've been seeing comedians on Facebook complaining about 2020 when we had to get the vaccine. Like I've seen people say like, "Oh, remember, y'all thought y'all was better than us because y'all got the jab." And you vaccinated, right?
Yes, I am. That I've been getting vaccinations since I was a baby, that's why I'm autistic. No, that shit. No, I actually wanted to come to the point of like, I couldn't resist it. I'm sorry. I'm spreading misinformation. I am vaccinated. You're vaccinated, right?
Yeah. No, but I meant like the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, there's nothing they could put in your bloodstream through a fucking needle that they can't do through pollutants in the air or water or food. It's like there's no way around this shit. If they want to hide some shit, they'd have did it already. Especially like
that, right? And that's my whole stance with it. It's like, one, when you looking for any field, right? If you looking to get a job done, you go to who specialize it. If you looking to get a house built, you will look to people in construction or architect, contractors in that field, something of that sort. If anything, you like, if you want some information on, you would go to somebody that specializes in that area. for some reason, when it comes to health, people don't go to the people that study 8 years for this. They go to Facebook. They go to, like, they uncle with the conspiracies.
It's a sign of an uneducated fascist society, a distrust of professionals.
Yeah, and that's how it started. And for me, even because I always think about, like, with the COVID vaccine, I think I got 3 shots. I think I'm boosted. And what actually made me feel safe about getting a vaccine? I don't know if you remember this. In Philly, it was like it was these students that were supposed to set up like a distribution center, which is wild that, like, the city just gave away dozens of vaccines to, like, just anybody to set up their own centers. But it was like these white students, I believe they were students, I forget what school, but they took a bunch of the vaccines, and instead of distributing them to, like, the community, they just saved them all for their family and friends. So once I saw that, I was like, oh, white people trying to keep this away from us, this shit's safe.
Definitely. It's not like, it's just like, there's no, I don't think people understand how injections into your bloodstream work. Because it's not like, oh, well, if you don't get an injection, there's no way for them to poison you. Mm-hmm. They've already been poisoning us for years and covering it up. There's no fucking new conspiracy. You know what I mean? Like, it's already been happening.
Yeah.
Why would they were trying to, like, you don't fucking poison your goddamn farm animals. You give them, antibiotics or whatever. It's exactly what you say it is, because you need them to live so that you can fucking keep the system moving. So they're not going to poison everybody. And it's not the mark of the beast or whatever you weird ass niggas is thinking.
So it made me think of, like, when I saw this measles outbreak, it made me, like, just think of, like, where society is headed, because now everybody is taking this hard stance against vaccines, where it's like, as a society, we've been okay with them, and it's helped eradicate a lot of things. And it made me think, like, the way people complain about it, y'all don't trust that. Y'all don't trust putting that in your body. But you'll let a nigga, like, you'll go to another country and you'll trust a doctor you met on WhatsApp to put some of your stomach in your ass.
Yeah, like, you don't think that there could be some vaccine in your goddamn BBL?
You see this, like, people wanted to start an economic boycott.
Yeah, that was supposed to be 2 days ago, wasn't it?
So originally, I thought it was just supposed to be for a day, because I saw, like, the text. It was like this mass message saying that, we aren't buying anything. Like, we shouldn't spend money for it today. And with that, it's like, my first impression was, what good is a boycott if we not going to spend a day, but we going to just give them our money tomorrow? Them being just any business that we are supposed to boycott. But then I later saw another post where it was like a full list of an agenda of, like, multiple things that we're supposed to boycott. So first would just be like, just a total blackout. Then it would be like, maybe an Amazon boycott, a General Mills boycott, or just, certain corporations.
Yeah. So did you not buy shit on that day that we weren't supposed to?
I mean, I can't buy anything if I don't got money.
That's the other thing. Yeah. Boycotting is very easy if you don't have money to spend.
Yeah. Because, like, remember a few years ago, people was like, yo, we got to boycott Gucci for being racist to us. Yeah. I'm like, nigga, do you know how easy it is for me to not go to Gucci?
The only people
I've been doing this shit for 30 years.
Exactly, and the only people that's buying that shit was just rappers.
Right.
So they already built up a name off of not doing what people tell them to do.
Right.
And literally murdering other Negroes. So I think a bunch of black people with fist T-shirts on Twitter wasn't going to do shit for them. I think they was going to keep buying Gucci. Yeah, I wasn't buying that shit. I'm going to stop going to Target. That's one of the things.
That's what's tough.
It's hard. There's no replace. If you don't go to Target or Amazon, there's no other store that does what you want.
Target might be the hardest one, man, because it's just, you go to Target, you'll go to Target and you don't even need anything.
Target has got everything that you want and need, though.
Target is just like, sometimes I might want to just get out the house. Let me just go to Target real quick.
Yeah.
Target could be if I really need something, if, I just want something to do real quick. Target could be quality time. That's when you find out when you really like somebody. When it's like, I'm cool with being seen with you in Target. Everybody be in Target. Sometimes, because sometimes you go to Target with just some sweats and a hoodie on, or sometimes you might have to, it depends on the city and what Target. You know, Target. I used to go to Target when I was in Brooklyn around the Barclays Center, Philly, City Line Ave. Sometimes you gotta throw that shit on in Target.
Yeah, Target really is. It's the pre-club. It's the club before the club.
Yeah.
But that's why I think it's important to not go there, because it actually means something. You know, boycotting something like Starbucks. There's 100,000 places to get coffee. That's an easy place to not go to.
But they don't all have that turkey pesto sandwich.
Nigga, Starbucks coffee is terrible. So yeah, that's an easy boycott for me, because I don't even like the fucking coffee, and I don't want a goddamn coffee milkshake from them. I don't want that shit.
The one that's really easy for me is Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart. I've been boycotting that shit because of the customers, not the not the goddamn executives.
Yeah, it ain't that, like, you know, it ain't that the actual store is doing anything wrong. It's just the type of people that go there.
Yeah,
that's what makes me boycott a Walmart.
I boycott a Walmart the way I boycott a gas station with people hanging out at it. I'm not gonna go there. But Target, it's actually hard for me to not shop at Target. So I think I'm gonna not buy from Target, and I would like to see if that has any effect. Like if we just don't buy from Target, because I personally don't understand this whole DEI rollback situation. I don't know like why they're doing it exactly, and I'm not even. DEI it's not the policy for black people. I'm not even that hyped on DEI. I just think
it's just the principle.
Yeah, it's the principle of every company should have a diversity or an inclusivity policy that they stand by. Meaning, we understand that a lot of our higher ups are white males, and when white males do job interviews, they tend to look for somebody that's similar to them. And that just helps break up the monotony. And diversity is more than just skin color. It's about opinion, diversity of background. You know, different people got different things to offer. Right. So not having that doesn't make sense to me. But as far as all affirmative action, diversity, like that shit is not for black people. It doesn't even benefit us for the most part. I just think we got to finally stand on something.
Yeah, sure. I know. Even we deal with it in comedy. I remember it was a comedy club booker. I'm not going to say what club, but he was about to get fired, but he actually ended up leaving before the termination because he was just booking straight white men. So it was like, you'll go to a show and people weren't enjoying it because of that. Because you got a straight white man booking people that are just like him, like essentially hiring people that are just like him. So now it's just the same type of thing where it's like every week, or, you know, every day, every show, it's just like the same monotonous thing.
Yeah, I think comedy bookers should be a demographic that you don't see a lot. Every comedy booker should be a blind Indonesian in a wheelchair. A blind, non-binary Indonesian in a wheelchair. So that way, if they can find a non-binary Indonesian, of course they got to book them. But everybody else is getting a fair shot.
Got to find some, like, go to some Tibet temple.
And hit somebody with a car. Spray him with mace. Like, all right, we got a job for you now. Time to get back some worldly possessions.
You know, with the boycott, initially I was against it because just like when I thought it was a day. But I do like the idea of, even if it is for a week, we got to start somewhere. But, you know, to see real change, it does have to be over time. And that's why we need to honor our previous generations a lot more. You ever see these shirts that say, like, I'm not my ancestors? Or you ever hear, like, sayings along those lines, I'm not my ancestors, these hands will work, or like, you know how niggas just be putting anything on a shirt.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous because, you know, our ancestors are not even that long ago, the Montgomery bus boycott.
Yeah, our ancestors had the sheer will to not be violent. We just be punching everybody. We can't do that. They really had reasons to punch people, and they held that in.
Bro, you ever see this?
They swallowed their pride. That's stronger than throwing a punch.
And I'm sure you probably seen this video where it was like a black man being chased by like a mob of white people, and he had on a suit, and he was just walking, and they would like knocked his hat off. He picked up his hat, put it back on, stuff like that. That like our people had to go through.
Yeah, you sitting at a diner, they throwing rotten eggs at you, and you just sitting there with a menu, knowing you're not gonna get nothing, but just the principle of I deserve the right to sit wherever I want, where I'm hungry, look at a menu and order something.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that because I wanted to talk about the whole integration thing, where when it comes to integration, because I'm sure you also heard this saying where people say we were better off not integrating.
Oh yeah, I can talk about this for a fucking hour.
We were better off segregated. The reason that the integration was necessary, it wasn't just so that we could be in white spaces. It was that so that any people were allowed to be in any spaces, and also things such as public funding. If things weren't integrated, we would still be facing. I mean, even right now, when people get arrested, it's not always a jury of our peers. So imagine if it's 100% certain that this person isn't going to look like all 12 of these people aren't going to look like me. They're going to have totally different views as me. We weren't getting the same funds for our schools. Whereas white schools or any other race schools, they might have had different grades. Whereas our schools, it might be somebody that's 6, somebody that's 9, and somebody that's 17 all in the same classroom, having to learn a different subject because we weren't receiving that same public funding.
Yeah, and not to mention, a white dude could blow that fucking school up, everybody in that bitch, and face no type of fucking consequences. Mm-hmm. That's what segregation was and would have been still to this day if we weren't equally protected under laws. We have equal protection under law, and we still not equal. Mm-hmm. We still not equally protected. Somebody can still us, and it don't matter that much. So think about that shit back then. And what the fuck you think we was gonna do if we stayed segregated? Oh, they're gonna all the black people are gonna inhabit the state of Georgia. We're gonna leave them all alone and let them be successful. Or was we gonna go back to Africa, start a sovereign nation in Africa on top of some resources and think ain't nobody gonna come fuck with us, ain't nobody gonna overthrow us and still a dictator? I have a lot to say about this, but I just would like to pose those questions. What do you think was gonna happen if there was no integration?
Yeah, because even I'm sure you've seen just how black communities used to look, right? Where we used to be more united.
Yeah, niggas' pants was too high.
Yeah,
we was pulling their pants up to their nipples and shit. Segregation stopped that. Wait, no, integration stopped that.
But because even a black community, a black neighborhood in California, just black neighborhoods in Chicago, suburbs where it's just a bunch of black people in suits and all the neighbors know each other, everybody's being friendly to each other. Now where we aren't as united, and people say that integration messed that up, where it's you can't blame us. It's so many systems put in place. We've had to fight. We've had to deal with the CIA taking our leaders, the FBI taking our leaders. You had to deal with drugs, guns being funneled into our communities. Shit, even now in Philly, that's happening. Where I think it was a sheriff's deputy, or it was somebody in office where, I don't know if you remember this. This was not that long ago, where it was these high school students. It was a shooting, and they later found out that somebody at the sheriff's office actually sold the kids the guns. We aren't getting these things into our community. When you see a kid with a switch, or just any type of guns, where are they getting that from?
Yeah, who is teaching these students how to use a 3D printer? Where are they learning this shit from? Where's any of this shit coming from?
Yeah,
I mean, and it's the things, the operations, the CIA, FBI, all this shit was happening after integration. So what you think they was gonna do if the Black Panthers existed during full on 100% segregation, no laws to counteract it? You think we was gonna build a military inside the U.S. and not get nuked?
I mean, shit. Look at the move block.
They dropped the bomb on and the whole story is, that the MOVE organization and the Philadelphia police often clashed, sometimes violently, and they had no choice but to drop a bomb on these citizens so that they would stop being violent. That's the story. Yeah. That's with integration. We wouldn't imagine having no say in what the newspaper printed. So the newspaper could still print that, but we as American citizens can put out our own narrative.
Yeah.
But that's the only story that's available. Ain't nobody saying that the police were antagonizing them and they had the right to fight back. I don't even know what the original point was, but I've been wanting to talk about that whole segregation debate for a while, just because it just seems like so not thought out.
Yeah, no, just because like it made me think about it. Like when I saw people say like how we need the boycott, and then just seeing certain people saying like we should have never been worried about the whole equity, diversity, and inclusion. We should have just always been focused on us anyway. Whereas like it's not that simple. Where we have been focused on us, but we've also had so many things taken from us along the way. That's for so you have to understand. You have to understand why people aren't as united, because we've been forced to only look out for ourselves.
Yeah, and it's fucking. I just don't understand what the alternative would have been. There's really no, because the quote that they'll go back is remember MLK goes I fear that I integrated us into a burning house, that makes sense. There's not really any safe or perfect way to live in this shit the way that it actually is. You feel me? But how exactly would have been better for us to try to set up a sovereign nation? I mean, this is Civil War was 100 years before that. Right. So who's gonna be the two sides in the Civil War? White people and black people? You thought we was gonna win that with no motherfucking international help? They sending tanks over here for them to blow us up and shit. It wouldn't have been good. Maybe we should have integrated like on paper and still kept ourselves. I don't know about that, but who's we gonna trade with? It just don't make sense to me. And niggas was fucking white chicks while it was lynchable offense. So that the black family would have been in the same position as it probably is in now.
I don't know if you saw it. So this past week, Drake, he canceled his tour. Like Drake, he's been touring over in Australia.
But even if we had segregation, Canada could have still produced Drake. So we would have been living in a dystopian future where Drake is a dictator and chopping off heads if you criticize his use of younger artist sounds.
I don't know if you've seen this. Have you ever seen so he's been on tour in Australia, and people, the whole theory is that he's been trying to get away from like the whole Not Like Us craze over the past year. So he's been doing shows over there, but he just canceled the remaining dates on his tour. He did a good amount of them, but one of the pictures, and people were saying it was about album. People were saying that he probably canceled them due to ticket sales. I don't believe that's the issue, but I would have definitely canceled it for this. So I don't know if you've seen this. People have been going to Drake shows with signs in the front row asking for stuff. And it's been instances where people showed up with signs and said, like one woman showed up with a sign and said she was 20 weeks pregnant, right? So Drake got his security to get her out of there and like sent her to like a VIP section, and he gave her like $30,000. And then there was another two fans that he gave them like $20,000, and he's done this at a few shows. So now people are going to his shows with signs saying like, what does this say? Like this one sign says, "Help me pay off my mom's mortgage," or or hey, Drake, help me, I want to buy my mom a Birkin bag. Or, we've been together for 5 years and I want to get married. Help me buy a ring. It's like now going to Drake concerts have become like an investment. It's like you spending like maybe $1,000, $1,500 for a front row to the concert, hoping that you might be able to flip this ticket into a down payment on a house.
That's fucked up. I feel like this not even his fault.
No,
I
but
mean, he just tried to be nice to a few people,
and that's why you can't be nice. Yeah, it's like
because I was mad at him for the I wasn't mad, but I was like, you remember the God's Plan video where he's giving. I don't like when people film themselves giving out money.
Oh, God's Plan.
Yeah, I didn't really feel that much, but in this instance, I'm thinking, damn, he's in a tough spot because he used to get bras thrown on stage, now it's invoices. That's a tough position to be in as an artist.
Yeah,
a QR code to a GoFundMe, hit him in the head. Fuck.
Right. People used to just throw their drawers at you. Now it's I got 6 months to live. You up there doing your greatest hits. You up there doing digital dash, and somebody in the crowd telling you they need a kidney transplant. That shit is fucked up. And this is why it's kind of like when you feed a cat and then it come back with 3.
Yeah, you can't help people, which sucks because you're supposed to help people,
right?
But you can't help people. That's why I don't do it.
Yeah, that shit is messed up, man.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy nobody shit. Christmas time, that's just for fucking freeloaders. Yeah. I don't want to give you a gift in December because then you might expect one next year. So every Christmas, I just pee on the floor at my parents' house in the morning and go, look, Santa peed on the floor because y'all was begging.
What the fuck?
He ran out of coal. It's just piss now. Y'all's naughty.
You heard about Gene Hackman?
Yeah, it's an ongoing story. There's apparently some like weird activity going on surrounding his death.
Yeah, Gene Hackman. I don't know all his work, but I know like Enemy of the State with Will Smith.
I didn't see that.
Oh, that's that shit. Will Smith. Who else in it? Is that Regina King?
Enemy of the State. What is that about?
Oh, it's like some government shit. You would like that. That's a good ass movie. Enemy of the State, yeah. Shit, I got that on DVD.
The one thing I know he was in was Mississippi Burning, but I don't know. Yeah. Let's just look at some of these credits because this is and the fucked up thing is he died in such a weird way, but he's 95.
I know. They could have just waited. I guess it was like a wellness check. Somebody, like the neighbors or like workers in the area, they said they haven't seen him or his wife in a while. So like they went to check the apartment and they found him in one room. His wife, she was found laying on the ground with like pills scattered. And then they found one of the dogs in the closet. Yeah.
But dead?
Yeah. That's what really had me fucked up, knowing that like, that happened to the dog. It's gonna be crazy when we find out he had a cat that did all of this.
That's something a cat would do.
But yeah, that shit is messed up, man. Especially the you live your life so long to go out in that way. So at first they reported that it wasn't no foul play, but nigga, the dog in the closet.
Yeah, I would like to know how there's gonna be a Law and Order episode about this. The dog was sodomized in the closet. No, Ice-T. Somebody sodomized the dog and put it in the closet. It's a sick world, man. Yeah, this is fucked up to be joking about, but
it is.
It's a very strange story, and I damn, hats off, because 95, you can count the amount of days you got left on both hands. Right. So you just trying to enjoy the last of your days. I can imagine if you're that old, you're just like, all right, tomorrow maybe I'll watch a movie or something. You're on your way out and you're trying to enjoy the last of your time. So to go out this way is pretty fucked.
Yeah, that shit is messed up. But you heard about Angie Stone passing?
What?
You didn't hear about that?
No. I heard Harriet the Spy died.
Oh damn, she did. Damn. We don't.
Damn, a car crash. God damn.
It's been a crazy week. I forgot about Harriet the Spy. Damn. Yeah.
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yeah. What else was she in? She was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, right?
Yeah, she was. Was it Euro Trip?
Yeah. And she's actually. I didn't know this. She did the theme song for Girlfriends.
I didn't know that until just now.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I thought it was just like just a great singer out there just trying to get their shit off.
That's how cool fucking
theme song.
The black entertainment industry is, or was at times, because it'd be an iconic show, and then you see that somebody, or a show or a movie, you'll see that somebody really talented, like a really respected musician, did the score for a whole movie, or somebody like this sings the song. Coolio does Kenan and Kel.
Oh yeah, Kenan and Kel. Yeah, Kenan and Kel. Yo, theme songs. Just you ever hear this? You ever hear the 1-on-1 theme song?
1-on-1 theme song was perfect for the era. I feel like it really encapsulated the era, and it just made the show hit harder.
Wait, I'm gonna play this real quick because you just gotta. This theme song is hilarious. How you could tell these niggas was really trying to get a deal off of this.
The whole verse, the whole hook. Yeah, they was hitting every note.
Yeah.
TV just ain't the same no more. You want to talk about POTUS? What should we call him? The president.
Yeah, the president. Oh,
the president of the United States.
How he was talking crazy to Zelensky.
Yo, that shit was crazy as fuck. And we've been seeing a lot of political theater these days. Elon with that chainsaw, where we're gonna slash the budget or whatever the fuck, and now we got the Ukrainian president and the American president and the American vice president having a childish argument, and we're talking about a genuine war, budgeting, war, death tolls, all this important shit, and they arguing like this shit is fucking a goddamn Twitter space.
we got presidents acting like they on Clubhouse.
Yeah, they acting like they talking about splitting bills on the first date.
Wait, I'm gonna play this clip right here.
God bless. You don't know that. God bless. God bless. You will not have war. Don't tell us what we're gonna feel. We're trying to solve a problem.
Yeah, this why I don't ask niggas for money. This is exactly why you can't ask for a nigga for money, because you ask somebody like, yo, can I hold something real quick? And they think they could just little bro you in front of everybody.
Yeah, this shit is disappointing. And the amount of people that are going to eat this up. I mean, yeah, obviously it is kind of funny that to young boy, another president on national TV, but it's like, why is he filming? All right, I know why he's filming this, because, it's a public thing, whatever. We all were expecting something like this, but he's trying to manipulate the media. It's propaganda. It's a demonstration of power. Everybody in here looks like an asshole. I mean, the Ukrainian president's sitting there with his arms folded. They're supposed to be having a diplomatic conversation, and everybody's just arguing, talking over each other. And I'm sure that happens behind closed doors, but this just feels very gross, and it's just so clearly like theatrical.
Yeah, it is gross because it's basically you inviting a guest over to shit on them in front of everybody.
Yeah, like you inviting somebody over that got holes in their socks, and then you tell them to take their shoes off, and then go look at this nigga toes. And I'm not on the Ukrainian bull side at all. Yeah, but I'm just saying, Everybody in here looks like they never fucking had a diplomatic conversation in their entire lives and shit. They talking like this because there's cameras there. It's a very strange thing that we have going on. How many important conversations that happen behind closed doors and you don't find about it till Monday that they passed a law, sent a budget somewhere? I mean, sent a funding package somewhere. How many of these things have you seen where you ain't seen none of the clips? There was no news media there. How many conversations with Netanyahu have gone down where they was like, all right, you need this, we're gonna give you twice that just because we trying to get them up out of there? How many of them conversations have we seen? And theater, man. That's why I was mad at everybody that was putting Trump on the podcast.
Yeah,
he's a fucking master manipulator.
Yeah, damn. I didn't even look at it that way.
You don't give a manipulator a platform, because at the very least, you gonna walk away thinking, if I'm an impressionable audience, somebody that's let's say a comic has him on the podcast, you don't question him on none of the bad shit that he's done or anything like that. Same thing with anybody else. I'm not picking on him specifically, although he is one of the biggest pieces of shit we've ever seen. When you have somebody like that on your platform and you don't question on anything, they are manipulating you and the audience, because at the end of that, you're gonna be thinking, that guy's not that bad. Everybody says he's so bad. He's not that bad. You think he don't know that that's exactly, like, he has a team, a strategy. That's why he's going to these things. And the fact that comics can influence elections now is wild as shit.
Yeah.
Because we have no journalistic integrity at all. Nigga, I will lie to everybody's face. I said I would pee on my family's floor, and I can influence an election if I had enough fucking people watching. That's fucking insane.
Right. Yeah.
We got, and not only are we bound by no integrity, but now somebody that's running for political office can join in our lack of integrity. So he can say some very wild, inflammatory shit and say it was just a joke, and there's nobody there to fact check him. There's nobody there analyzing his language to make sure he's not dog whistling. I think a lot about how everybody can make sure that their platform doesn't give the guy more power, especially comics. Because we should be allowed to explore political ideas and people latch onto them and do their own research. But that's the thing. You don't hear some shit that I say or you say and go, oh, them niggas is speaking the truth. Verify that. Right. Everything I'm saying could be wrong or slightly distorted. And I don't think we've ever claimed to be factually accurate in everything, but we try to be, and it's up to people out there to verify that for themselves.
Yeah.
And if we were journalists, then it wouldn't be up to you. It would be up to us. We would have to do this because we become under fire. And that's why they use comics for a platform, because you don't got to deal with all the specifics. I could go up there and say, I heard that Asian people are eating monkeys. And just be like, yeah, I don't know. That's just what I heard. I don't know. And then if you don't look it up, and you don't know if I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
But they do eat monkeys though. See, and then you laugh. The laugh is a cosign, and that's how people manipulate comedy.
Right? Yeah. It's literally that simple.
We're not fucking any smarter than people that study to do the shit that they do.
Let me see. Well, I guess before we get into the movie, I just want to get some quick questions from the listeners real quick.
All right.
So, all right. So, first question. Somebody said, have you ever had issues with being social and just dealing with anxiety? How do you overcome that?
Oh, yeah. I'm the most fucking, and I'm a very fucking, what do you call it?
Introvert?
Introvert. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm the most introverted person ever, but,
I'm very introverted.
I
honestly, most of the times when I'm out, the only time I am speaking is when I'm on stage. I'm very alone into myself. How do I deal with the anxiety? I guess I deal with anxiety in most social settings, realizing that most of these people I probably won't see ever again.
Yeah.
So I think that's the way I try to handle anxiety, just realizing that in the grand scheme of things, none of this matters, and everything is so minor. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing at all matters. So there's nothing to be scared of. And if you approach everybody with kindness, at the least, you can walk away going, this is a nice little hello, goodbye type of situation. Things evolve, conversations. I have conversations with strangers all the time. So it's weird to say that maybe if you see me in certain social settings, you might not think I'm an introvert. But once my fucking battery runs out, I'm gone. even if I'm still there, I'll be sitting around by myself, fucking just chilling. I'm not outgoing that much.
Right.
But I know that I'm not going to make no money sitting around by myself. I'm not going to make no connections sitting around by myself. So when you attach it to like career, it makes it a lot easier. And again, nobody is going to be mad at somebody who's nice to them in a social setting. Just don't be creepy. Just be nice.
Yeah.
No intentions, and build on that. And if there's nothing to build on, at least you had a nice exchange with a human being.
Yeah. Somebody said, "What age do you need to have your shit together?" I think
before you die. If you get your shit together the day before you die, then you did it. Congratulations.
That's a job well done. It ain't no set age. It's no set age. Some people had their shit together early on, like a LeBron. But, it's some of us that don't figure this thing out until we in the later stages of our life. So there's no right way to do this. There's no right way to do this thing called life.
Yeah, and that's solid advice from a 27-year-old and a 32-year-old.
That don't have their shit together.
Yeah, it don't matter. You don't gotta have your shit together.
Look at us. Well, somebody else said, "How are you dealing with this doo-doo economy?" And when they first said that, like, how are you dealing with this doo-doo economy? I took that a few ways. Like, is this a fetish? But, cause like depending on where you at, this could mean a few different things. Like if you over here, if you in Brooklyn, struggling with money, or if you over in the Middle East, like you might actually be getting doodled on.
These are the people that you guys accept life advice from.
How am I dealing with this doodle economy, man? I'm just taking it a day at a time. You gotta do. I'm trying to make as much money as I can, but at the same time, if you can't, ain't nothing wrong with. I think you have a certain amount that you could steal before it becomes a felony.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah. Just make sure it's not over $1,000.
And now that we boycotting Target, run it up.
Yeah.
We're shiesty at the fucking self checkout.
Yeah, you go to the store. You see they selling some lotion, and it might say 20% free. Get a few squirts into that lotion, rub it in. Walk out the store. Or you might want to get some of them little sanitizers. If you at Bath and Body Works, just squeeze a little in your hand, throw a few in the pocket.
I got caught doing that at CVS once.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I was like, I need some lotion now. Mm. I walked into CVS, this is in like Midtown, and I just picked up some lotion, and I was just pretending I was like picking up lotion, like, this one's good, and then I heard boop. Help needed in the lotion aisle. And then somebody came over and was like, "You need help?" I was like, "No, I'm good. I'm just trying out lotions." And then she just walked away. So I don't know who rung the bell on me, but they didn't tell the person that came over what I was doing. So I just used some lotion and then walked out.
Somebody said, "Do y'all think sex workers are going to adjust their pricing with when the tariffs hit?" I don't
spend money on the sex work. I don't know if that's the way to say it. I don't consume sex work.
I think you consume sex work, but you just don't spend money on it. You'll watch some videos.
You know what?
Those are sex workers. The content distributors.
I'm not bragging about. I don't be watching porn.
I don't actively seek it, but it definitely. I think it's so unavoidable.
That's the thing that got me. I don't keep the social media apps on my phone. Okay. I'll download and log into it when I need to do something. Mm-hmm. But you will go on there and the reels would just be titties, ass, and it's not even always. It's not your preferences. You know, you can say I don't like this.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, the people that you interact with, you know, the shit that they like will pop up. And it's weird. I don't want to be made horny.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Because you can't even open your phone in public. You can't open your phone when you just having a conversation with family or you on a train. You try to show your mom a funny video, and now it's Miss B Nasty. She got to get her car detailed. You damn near got to have on a poncho to open your phone.
Yeah, your mom think is that lady in a car wash? And she don't even, like, why is she in a car wash with the windows down? She don't even know what's going on. Then you just snatch it back like, no, yeah, she was in a car wash. I do not like this. I mean, I'm not saying I've never watched porn, but when I was a consumer of pornography, I would go to a porn website, type in what I wanted.
Go through 97 pages.
Ebony Midgets, page 9 of Ebony Midgets, and I would pick what I wanted. Yeah. They give you shit now. I don't like that. I don't like being given. I don't like my emotions being manipulated. Yeah. You know? So I don't want to see a GoFundMe of somebody that I don't know that needs surgery just pop up on my feed because I'm like, damn, if I don't do nothing, am I a bad person? And I don't want my dick hard at fucking 9 a.m. when I'm just trying to look at some videos of somebody building a house with tiny bricks and tiny cement. So sex work, that doesn't answer the question at all. That's just me explaining, I guess, that I don't know anything about sex work. I mean, I think
they should definitely, if inflation is hitting all markets. So I think if people are paying for sex work, I think the sex workers should increase their pricing too, because they gotta, the sex workers, we got sex workers coming from different countries. So they got to deal with inflation in their markets. They might have to deal with inflations on the lube or, the products that are getting shipped.
I do be buying lube though. So
yeah, the toys, the lubes coming from different countries, those prices might have increased. So because of that, it's hurting them too. I'm sure. I'm sure it's hurting them when they go to BJ's and buy the industrial lube.
The people that make lube, or like somebody that makes a fleshlight, is that technically a sex worker? Because they're making sex toys now? That's a serious question. Does that count? Yeah. Or is it that they're in a maybe they're in a factory where they make a bunch of shit and that's just one of the things they make? And that's got to be a terrible day. Just stuffing vaginas in the flashlights all fucking day.
I didn't even think about that. The nigga that's in like a warehouse, like just stocking dildos all day.
Yeah, nigga throw his back out. You gotta claim a dildo injury for him.
You working the overnight shift. the sex store. Damn, that is like, I didn't even think about that chain of command in the sex work industry. Yeah. So I think sex workers, I think they should adjust their pricing. Everything is going up. They gotta pay more for cucumbers. So
yeah. If cucumbers cost more, then you're gonna have to pay more to see it being inserted into a woman. So that makes sense.
Yeah, man.
I think everybody's gonna adjust their pricing. So hopefully we answered the question.
Yeah. So yeah, keep sending in those questions, man. We definitely appreciate it. So
does buying pussy count? Because I do that. I'm joking. Sorry, Mom. Love you, Mom.
No, man. Shit, in this economy, still that too.
Fuck, man. Fuck.
just run out.
Yeah, you gotta pull a Holden Caulfield.
before we get out of here, back as usual with another one, a Tubi movie of the week. And this one, I actually like this movie. I like this movie a lot. They gave it some terrible ratings on IMDb, but it was good. It was good to me. We watched a thriller. And it starred some of our Tubi favorites. Our Tubi, it started they would be like the power couple of the NCU, the nigger. Every time I say it,
you don't gotta say it with the R, dude. You say it with the R is making. First of all, it's gonna be too funny to say. Gonna be laughing through it, and second, it's a bit harsh.
All right, yeah. So, but the NCU don't hit until you hit it with the hard R.
Yeah.
You gotta put that emphasis. That is. We watched The Millers, and this starred Makiva Albritton and James Perkins, and this was nice to see. The power couple from the.
Wait, I got another one. The Monkey Cinematic Universe. The MCU, the Monkey Cinematic.
It was nice to see.
I'm glad Black History Month is over, so we can get some of these off.
This was cool to see. Such a we haven't seen them in a while. So this was cool to see what they've been up to, and to actually see them act in a movie where it was just a storyline that didn't center around sex.
If you want to watch a Tubi movie with somebody who doesn't want to see sex, here we go.
Yeah, because I was a little nervous just because seeing Makiva Albritton, just being a fan of her work. We've seen her in a lot of great movies.
Oh shit, we both consume sex work by watching these movies. That definitely counts.
Yeah. So
Tubi movie actors, they're gonna raise their prices for sure.
We've seen a lot of BBLs be put to work in these movies. We've seen her play strippers. We've seen her strip to get medicine for her grandmother. We've seen her strip to go to school. We've seen, a lot of that. We've seen James Perkins sell drugs in a lot of movies. So this was nice to see them just have wholesome jobs. She was a lawyer. What was his line of work in this?
He was a boxer.
He was a boxer in this movie. So, yeah, so we got to see her be a lawyer and James Perkins work towards being a boxer. And what was also nice about this is that it was a diverse cast in the sense of that, it's always nice to see a good amount of white people in a Tubi movie, because it lets me know. You don't like white people in the Tubi movie?
They're always terrible. They promise them an 8-ball and then they do the movie. I don't like them.
So this movie is about a young couple that and that's the sad part about this, where it's a young black couple trying to help out some white people, and the white people do them so wrong. This gave me, what could I give this movie? This movie, it was, I guess this was Tubi versions. This was the Tubi version of Get Out, I think. Even with some of the music in the back.
Yeah, Get Out is definitely the go-to tone for thrillers and horror movies now, especially for if it's a black creator.
Yeah, they
pulling straight from Get Out.
This movie received on IMDb, they have the rating. The average rating was a 1.9. But
damn, and that's more. They got 40-some reviews. That's the most reviews we've seen on any of these movies.
So niggas really felt this way.
Yeah, they meant that shit. 1.9. Damn. 41s, 2 10s. I wouldn't give it a 1. I feel like you should have to see some of the Tubi movies that we watched before you rate one that low.
Yeah, I feel like this.
Cause a 1. Have you seen fucking Lil Fizz's movie?
I would give this movie. All right, so one person, they gave it not the best. Another person that gave it a 1, they said saw this movie talked about on a Facebook Tubi group. You know they done see some shit. A Facebook Tubi group saying, so the Facebook Tubi group was saying how bad it was, so I wanted to see for myself. I like to watch movies before I give my opinion, but yeah, this was so bad. Where do I even start? The acting was especially bad. I don't think the acting was that bad.
The white girl fucked up her first 2 lines. Yeah, it was bad.
In this review, they're more so just shitting on the white actors. So I could kind of see why they didn't like it, because when you see a Makiva Albritton and a James Perkins, you might want to see them alongside a Camille Hassan, or so I could see why somebody might be upset just looking at the history of their movies. You go into this thinking that you might be getting some of the sex. You might be able to see some of the BBL, especially with their chemistry. They date like these two are really together in real life. So you might have turned this on thinking you're going to get to see some of that great sexual chemistry, and then you just get a story.
They had decent chemistry in the movie, but the white people had nothing to bounce off of.
Yeah.
Like they was just white.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that they did a whole audition process for this, because they were just terrible. And you got 2 people that are, they're going. And it was cool because they normally don't play normal people.
Mm-hmm.
So in this movie, they were actually acting. They weren't acting like they're together, but they were acting like, new characters. Not just fucking drug stripper, bottle girl, blah blah blah, same shit. It was new. So they should have casted some white people that could act for sure.
Yeah, and
small cast.
Yeah, very small. Yeah.
Limited amount of sets, so that's good when you keep it small, keep the story focused. The story was very focused. There wasn't just like a sex scene and something that was supposed to be funny. It just randomly, like every scene, I feel like kind of had a purpose, but none of them were good. So they finally got the formula down. Now they just got to make it good.
Yeah. So this movie, it was about a lawyer who decides one day, her assistant comes to her and tells her like, well, all right. So the lawyer, she notices that her assistant has on the same clothes that she had on the night before. So she asks her like, hey, is everything okay? Like, I noticed you had that on yesterday. And her assistant tells her like, I went home after work and my house was on fire. So at first it comes off like a story of resilience, where it's like, damn, she had a fire and she still came, just to do her job. So Makiva, she plays Michelle. Michelle, she tells Kelsey that, you can come stay with us for a little bit until things get together, like until you get back on your feet. And she believes that her husband Kyle is blind, and him being blind, he must have been cooking, doing something, and he set the house on fire. And she tells them they could stay with them, and that's where things kind of go wrong.
Yeah, should we spoil the movie?
Yeah, I kind of want to spoil. Yeah, I do want to play one scene that is like a spoiler alert later in the movie.
Okay.
Because they asked them. It was at one point in the movie where they asked them to play. They were playing Truth or Dare, and James Perkins, his character Maurice, tells Kelsey and Kyle to kiss.
That part gave it away for me.
What? Where he told them and where they didn't want to kiss?
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Because the whole point of the movie, you're watching it because there's something weird going on. Mm-hmm. So you're trying to figure out what's weird about these 2 people.
Yeah.
And then when they don't want to kiss, you go, oh, they're brother and sister. Yeah. So that just gave it away for me.
All right, I'm gonna play this. But like, not even just off the plot, but like that music right there, that gave me like Jordan
Peele.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele, you have ruined the world. And this, all right, so this is my thing. So now that the movie's spoiled, we all understand that that whole story initially was a fake. They were plotting to, like kill her for money or some shit. And they moved in with him to do that. So there's like there's a few days that they're staying at this house. It's a whole movie. They're there the whole time. So there's a few days that they're staying at the house. This bitch got a job with the woman she planned to kill, moved into her house, and then all she does is like fucking put like dairy in her coffee because she's lactose intolerant. And then she waits like a whole another week to kill her.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be some poison or something. She just tried to take them out with milk.
Yeah. She just wanted to make them fart. Like, if they fart next to each other, it's gonna stink so bad they're gonna break up. Like, it just didn't make any sense. Why would you go through all that work? First, getting a job. Like, if I'm trying to kill somebody, I'm gonna give them a resume.
But not even just that. So, like, just the coincidence. First, she didn't like Maurice because she had a crush on him in high school.
Didn't even need that part at all. It didn't make sense.
Because I thought that was it initially. Where it was like, oh, she just wants to, like, get rid of this couple because of how much she don't like Maurice. But come to find out that the person that she had a crush on is also married to her half-sister. She has this half-black sister. So we're just, it was wild.
Just all over the place. Like, you don't remember me from high school 10 years ago?
And then also, like, this black woman has a half white brother and sister.
Well,
I would have been okay with one of the plot twists. I didn't need both of them together.
Yeah, it just didn't. And there was a point where they showed a picture of her dad, and I was like, is that a white guy? So I guess her dad's white in the movie. Not unbelievable. There's some like, biracial kids that look not white at all, I guess. But
and white people, they be leaving their kids.
Yeah,
they the ones that, like,
they invented it.
Yeah, black fathers are actually the ones that, like, are in their children's lives the most.
Yeah, and it's a funny thing, when niggas leave their kids, they still be like 10 minutes away. Yeah, I don't fuck with my dad. Like, oh, he out of state? Nah, he right down the street. We just don't talk.
Yo, it's funny because one of my best friends from high school, I just found that out. Like, I thought, like, cause I've always known, like, his mom and his step pop. So I just thought, like, his dad wasn't around. Like, he said he be talking to his dad and all now. Like, his dad, I think his dad just in South Philly.
Yeah. I like, nobody I knew that grew up without a dad, well, for the most part.
Like, he leave, but he don't leave too much. He close enough to, like, if somebody die or something, like, go wrong, like, you need a blood transfusion, he close enough, like, to get that.
Yeah.
He just won't give you no money.
It's not like they run away. It's just, fuck your mom and I'm broke. So I can't stay with your mother and I can't give you money. So it's like they're there. He's there. I saw a statistic about
but like, wait, black dads are like what's the nigga, like, on the Simpsons where the nigga was in the dark smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm in the shadows watching. You just gotta come find me. Yeah.
But this is a statistic I saw. I think it was like something about how, like, black kids are born to single mothers more than anybody else.
Yeah.
And I feel like I wish I could pull up that statistic, because that's one of them things that people see and they're just gonna take it. Now, I'm not saying that they're lying, but the statistic didn't mention whether it was like if she's filing single on her taxes as opposed to married. Because I know niggas don't be getting married like that. But they be together. I know plenty of people that's still together, got kids, not married.
It's me. I'm niggas.
We just not fucking with all that. So that's one of them weird things where the statistics are not bad. I would never suggest that. But when you looking at some data follow up with that shit and actually know where they're pulling it from, know who did the fucking report. Can't just take shit like that at face value. Because, like, I mean, I ain't know too many people with dads, but it wasn't no black shit. Yeah. It was white dudes with no dad. It was Asian niggas with no dad.
Damn.
Nigga came all the way here on a boat and still left his family.
I mean, you can't dishonor your family if you leave them.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to leave you, but if I don't, then I'm going to have to stab myself in the stomach with a sword. So I gotta leave.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Yeah, all that dad shit. It's nobody knows the truth about that, it seems.
Yeah. Honestly though, I would recommend this movie.
I swear it's pretty shitty, but I was watching this movie more intently than any of the other Tubi movies we've watched recently. I wanted to know what happened next.
Yeah. I was wondering, because in this movie he tricks the couple, spoiler alert, he does trick this couple into believing that he's blind. So I was wondering how that reveal was going to be. Sometimes, you know what I do? Sometimes you got to throw a book at a nigga feet. Like, you gotta act like you want to punch a nigga just to make sure.
This is a good movie to.
I mean, yeah, this movie is only an hour and 20 minutes. It's not too long. It's not graphic sexually. It's just a good story. Well,
yeah.
It's just a story.
It's just a watchable story.
Yeah. So if y'all looking for something to check out on Tubi, man, definitely check out The Millers.
If you finish listening to this episode, but you still got dishes to wash and laundry to fold, and you need something playing in the background, check out The Millers.
And if y'all have any Tubi recommendations, please send us over. Send those over, man. If y'all got any Tubi movies that y'all been watching and you think we might like, you know, if y'all know any Tubi actors, I definitely do want to get into the Philadelphia Tubi scene. But at the same time, it's like, I want to be able to give an honest review and still be able to go home.
Yeah, ain't no fucking way I'm talking shit about anybody from Philly.
Even if I don't like it, I like it.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. Nigga catch you at Chubby Chicks and shoot that shit up. I kind of do want to check. I don't know. I don't normally go to places like that, but I might.
What like black? But you saying what? You don't go to like black brunch spots?
No, I do. But when I'm in Philly, I don't really. I don't really do that much. Yeah, you know, I would do it in New York. And the food there is priced pretty reasonably. Mm-hmm. Like it seems like a decent spot altogether. I mean, you know, one thing about a black restaurant, they gonna garnish with some unconventional shit.
Yeah.
So you know you gonna get a goddamn tulip on top of your waffles. Niggas get some inedible shit.
Yeah, niggas will definitely do that. Niggas will throw some orange slices in your grits.
This shit don't be going together at all. Like the type of shit that be in your drink. You can put an umbrella in a beer. What are you doing, man? I don't need this.
Shit, man. You know, definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, rocking with us for another one. Shit, it was damn. It was the listener's birthday this past week. He hit me up. Like he said, he appreciated because last week it was like we recorded about this time left. He said he definitely appreciated that for his birthday week, man. So definitely appreciate.
That's good. Shout out to him because yeah, that's cool. I respect that. This is a grown man, right?
Yeah,
I respect that he's willing to be like, hey, it's my birthday. I respect that because a younger me would have been like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. You a grown ass man. But me now, I'm like, applause for that, round of applause. And 2, for having the balls to tell other people it's your birthday. Because men don't be wanting to do that. I don't ever tell people my birthday.
I guess it's because we so used to people not giving a fuck about our birthdays.
Yeah, I'm used to not getting shit.
Yeah.
I'm used to just like, you get you might get a cake. I always appreciate that. But it's like, I'm not going to be like, hey, everybody, it means it's going to hurt me a lot more that you don't care about me today. Every other day when you don't buy me shit, it don't matter. But now you not buying me shit is going to hurt my feelings. But I don't look at it like that. I'm not negative about birthdays. We just don't be saying the shit.
Yeah. But yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, rocking with us. I think we might have found somebody to help us with the graphics, but it's still, if there's anybody out there that feels like they could help us out in any other way, whether that be, with the YouTube, just general like SEO, just trying to increase the reach of this pod, man. But
yeah, if anybody could tell us about the rules of what platforms you can say what on and shit, what words get you flagged, that would help too, because
yeah,
we be saying like, we'll talk about sensitive topics, but we're not like advocating for anything like bad per se, but just to mention a certain things could be a problem. So if anybody has any further insight or some shit we're overlooking, go ahead, like, hey, don't say fucking anymore.
I'ma still use it when I talk about Tubi though.
Yeah.
Shit. But shit, that's it. If y'all got any community events, man, please send those our way, man. Please send those community events our way. March 22nd, I'll be in Baltimore. If there's any other cities that you would like to see us in, please let us know. We do want to start doing live shows eventually, but the live shows that'll only happen with your support. So, we want to see that we have certain numbers in certain markets so that we know it is, like, just so we know it'll be an audience there when we pull up, But, yeah, just keep supporting us and, we be back with y'all next week, man. So, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a good one. I'm Anthony Moore.
And I'm DJ Envy.
Yeah, we out of here.